contributes 5% of their resources, more grounds will be covered. Governor Soludo added that a building code for Ndibo erecting houses in the state has been implemented to accommodate greenery and appropriate water channeling to inhibit erosion. He assured to continue working around the clock to address the issues confronting various communities across the state, especially fixing the insecurity situation in Ihiala, with the full involvement of the community, putting an end to Monday sit at home, among others.
Most places have been built up fully. On the government part, we are doing everything. I make sure that I will put this state on the map as an A state. But individuals and communities will not get that. And many of our communities will whatever it takes. Kedife you are tenants in a oh, came on. You now understand why we must know the even Mandela Patande Madne Dobe Bandige Chelo Ubegi and so on and so on. Borrow often deliver as tenants.
Speaking earlier, Chairman of Anambra State Traditional Rulers Council, Igwe Nnemeka Achebe, noted that the sit at home in the state has become illogical at this point because Ndibo are now shooting themselves in the leg unknowingly.
To sit at home. Listen, this morning. Life was perfectly normal. The banks were open, petrol stations were open, police traffic controls were there. Umuahia is the home of Nnamdi Kanu. And yesterday, Nnamdi Kanu was in court.
Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezadri, Head of Service, Barrister Theodora Igwebwe, Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Mr. Tony Collins Mwabwanne, State Chairman of Apuga, Chief Ifat Obiokoye, National President of Anambra State Association of Town Unions, Barrister Titus Abudo, amongst others, attended the meeting. The meeting features questions and answer session by some President General and observation of 1 minute silence for the deceased President General of Umoji, as well as the victims of the Odu Igbo Market tragedy in Ochanja.
Laying of asphalt has been completed on the 1 kilometers Ugwuasike-Ogidi by Enugu-Onitsha Express Road. The contract awarded by Governor Chukwuma Soludo commenced at the end of last year and was completed on schedule. When ABS arrived at the site yesterday, the last lap of the asphalt was ongoing as men of New Idea Construction Firm and Indigenous Construction Company were seen working to ensure that they complete the job. Works correspondent Ngozi Bileri completes the report.
It was also observed that there was drainage on some parts of the road while some parts have curbs. At the Ugwuasike axis, there is a culvert with stone pitch to discharge water into the big drainage to contain the high volume of water on that axis. Speaking to the ABS, the Commissioner for Works, Engineer Ifeanyi Okoma, who was at the site to conduct the final test on the job, expressed satisfaction with the pace and quality of work on the road. Engineer Okoma, who said that he is proud of the contractor for proving his mettle by carrying out quality job and according to schedule, warned that government would not tolerate the reckless dumping of refuse on the road by people of the area, adding that it is not acceptable that government will spend billions of naira to construct roads only for those who are supposed to own and take care of the road to abuse it.
No, the quality looks very good. The quality from our tests, we do what we call compassion and institute test, and we do what is called coring. Of course, for now, he's meeting all the standards. What we are asking our people is the ability to maintain the roads, not just doing this road. We're investing billions of naira on this road, and we're intentional about that. We are building a livable, prosperous homeland. But for us to continue and maintain it, we need our people to key in.
The Transition Committee Chairman for Idemili North Local Government Area, Chief Chuks Brown Iwanwa, was full of appreciation to Governor Soludo for recognizing the importance of the road and awarding it, saying that Ndi Idemili North will remain grateful for the massive success he's giving them just to make life easy for them. On the issue of dumping refuse inside the drainages, Chief Iwanwa said the council area is presently desilting existing drainages in the area in preparation for the rainy season, and said that he will not take it lightly with anyone foiling his attempt to make things right, as well as apprehend anyone caught violating the law and charge the person to court.
We are very grateful to His Excellency. This road is very important to us because of the nature of this market, because we do have heavy flow of traffic around here. So we are very grateful to His Excellency. Waste. This is the bone of contention in whatever we are doing. We've started sensitizations, so we won't allow anybody to mess up with what we put in place.
The chairman and chief executive officer, New Idea Construction Company Limited, Igwe Ben Emeka, said that though asphalting has been completed on the road, they will use the next 2 weeks to complete both shoulder dressing of the road and finish up casting of curbs and few things remaining. Igwe Emeka, who is the traditional ruler of Umueri in Anambra East Council area, appreciated the governor for the confidence reposed in him, saying that his experience working for the government is memorable, thanking the community and traders at Ogidi for their cooperation, even as he frowned at those who display goods on top of the drainages.
The company is a New Idea Construction Company Limited, 100% indigenous company, which has been working in Anambra State. We worked in a cordial relationship with the people of this market. Initially it was 7.3, but now it's 10.3. Government made it to be 10.3, and you can see how wide it is. The government recognized that it is a market and people are also using it. So making it very wide is good for the people so that there will be minimal accidents on this road.
From Ugwuasike Enugu Onitsha Express Road, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Anambra State House of Assembly has passed a resolution urging Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo to direct the Commissioner for Health to conduct a compulsory verification and certification of healthcare providers in all private health facilities in the state. The resolution was passed following a motion presented by member representing Nnewi South Constituency 1, Honorable Nonso Atuchukwu, during plenary session. Honorable Atuchukwu emphasized the critical healthcare demands in the state, including childbirth, delivery, treatment of serious injuries and major surgeries like organ transplants, stressing the need for qualified and competent practitioners within their specialty areas. He raised concerns about unwholesome practices by some healthcare providers, including treating patients outside their specialty and the presence of fake or unlicensed practitioners, highlighting the urgency of verification and certification to protect human life. Other members, including the member representing Obaru Constituency 1, Honorable Noble Igwe, his Nnewi South 2 counterpart, Honorable John Bosco Akebobi, and Honorable Tony Mobi, representing Agwata Constituency 2, shared personal encounters with unprofessional practices in private hospitals, supporting the motion as crucial for combating quackery. In their remarks, the member representing Ekwusigo constituency, Honorable Ikenna Fodeme, his Anocha constituency 2 counterpart, Honorable Ejiko Kechukwu, and Honorable Obi Mweke, representing Anambra East constituency, emphasized the need for immediate action for the well-being of Anambra residents. The Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Chukwumo Okoye, who presided over the session, stressed the importance of professional practice in healthcare and announced the resolution, which received unanimous support from lawmakers through a voice vote. The Transition Committee Chairman of Anocha Local Government Area, Chief Gerald Ozo, says inclusion of the national leader of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, Governor Chukwuma Soludo of Anambra State, in the National Economic Advisory Council is an indication that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Speaking to newsmen in his office at Nene, Chief also maintained that with the assemblage of economic experts as members of the National Advisory Council, President Tinubu has once again proved that he is a detribalized Nigerian and called on the people to continue with their support and prayers to his administration. He described governance as a Herculean task, adding that with the appointment of Governor Chukwuma Soludo into the Advisory Council by the President, there is no hope that the present economic challenges facing the country will soon be over. Chief also recalled how Professor Chukwuma Soludo revived the nation's ailing commercial banks through recapitalization when he was the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, saying that Professor Chukwuma Soludo will bring to bear his wealth of experience in economic planning as a member of the National Economic Advisory Council. The Anambra State Waste Management Authority, ASWAMA, has initiated a comprehensive sensitization tour across all the 21 local government areas in the state to bolster environmental consciousness and community involvement in sustainable waste management practices. Commencing from Awka, the capital city, and traversing various towns and villages up to Nnewi South and North local government areas, the ASWAMA team interacts with residents, community leaders, and stakeholders, delivering informative presentations on responsible waste disposal and the necessity of preserving the environment for future generations. Correspondent Blessing Dennis completes the story.
Throughout the tour, ASWAMA experts offered insights into effective waste segregation techniques, recycle methods, and the importance of community engagement in waste management initiatives. In his address, the managing director of ASWAMA, Sir Mike Ozemena, emphasized that the task of JT is to raise awareness about the effects of improper waste disposal on drainage systems, advocating for a cleaner, healthier environment for current and forthcoming generations, while stressing the pivotal role of public participation in assuring effective waste management. He highlighted the necessity for collaborative efforts among government agencies, private sector entities, and local communities to tackle the challenges posed by waste accumulation and pollution.
The setting of their drainages in preparation for the coming rainy season. And I think some of them are complying, but some are not. But working with the Ocha Brigade and the PC chairman now, we will be sure that by next week and another one, we will be sure that the will be properly decided and taken. Because Mr. Governor insists that if you can't cut it away, don't bring it out from the drainage. So I think so far, so good. You see, it was another rigorous exercise.
On his part, the Senior Special Assistant to Governor Chukwuma Soludo on Environment, Mr. Osi Nkachukwu, outlined the stalled areas including waste segregation, recycle, composting, and proper disposal of hazardous materials. At Afonnobi Market, a member of ASWAMA Governing Board, Mr. Chris Azo, held the statewide sensitization tour going on as a significant stride in promoting environmental awareness and sustainable waste management by engaging stakeholders and community in dialogue and action. Contributing, the Transition Committee Chairman of Nnewi North Council Area, Engineer Chris Obiora, lauded ASWAMA's commitment to promoting environmental consciousness and sustainable waste management practice, recognizing the tour as a crucial step towards fostering a cleaner and healthier environment in the region as envisioned by Governor Soludo.
Brought our people to know, and it's going to help us a great deal. We've been telling them and doing the best to show that you being here, you know, is a reinforcement of what we've been doing, and going forward, I promise you that when next week you come here, you see a very transformed, clean and livable environment.
The Chief Medical Director of Nnamdi Azikiwe Teaching Hospital, Nnewi, Professor Joseph Uwaja, applauded the tour, emphasizing its significance in enhancing public health awareness, and stressed that the tour will educate communities on various health issues and preventive measures, optimally improving healthcare access and overall well-being.
I appreciate what the solution government is trying to do in terms of keeping the environment clean, because it's one of its thematic areas. The solution vision is to turn Anambra State into one medical mega city state. And so we are assisting them, we are collaborating with them.
The Managing Director of Operation Clean and Healthy Anambra State, Ocha Brigade, Comrade Celestine Anere, joined in the exercise. From Nnewi North Local Council Area, Blessing Dennis, ABS News.
The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has cautioned Nigerians to be mindful of their utterances against the country, Nigeria, and their leaders. The CDS, who was speaking at a one-day seminar for members of the Defense Correspondents Association of Nigeria, DECON, tagged civil-military relations, non-kinetic efforts of the Nigerian military in security management, challenges and prospects in Abuja, said Nigerians must learn how to be positive of their country. Ekwajide, ABS Abuja Bureau Chief, has details.
According to him, today's war is one which the enemy is not a state but a movement. Hence, the traditional notion of war, relying heavily on kinetic means, is gradually being relegated and is now seeking to possess and apply non-kinetic approaches to project power, secure interests, and solve problems. He said that the armed forces of Nigeria, being the key driver in countering the myriad of security threats nationwide, has sustained non-military and soft strategies as a means to an end of multifaceted threats. He opined that the enforcement of non-kinetic efforts geared towards winning the hearts and minds of citizens and encouraging other sectors of the society to take ownership of the situation in order to contribute meaningfully to defending the multifaceted threats is yielding the desired results, as non-kinetic efforts of the armed forces of Nigeria have produced appreciable outcomes complementing their kinetic actions.
There is a need for efforts to brainstorm and prepare actionable solutions while addressing the security challenges nationwide. I'm confident that the deliberations here today will be fruitful and very rewarding. I must encourage and implore us all that we must endeavor to continue to remain loyal to constitutional authorities and be patriotic to our great nation. There must be a nation before you can discuss it.
Other speakers on the occasion, including the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, the Acting Director of Defense Information, Brigadier General Tuko Gusau, the National Coordinator, National Counter-Terrorism Center, Retired Rear Admiral Yaminu Musa, represented by Commodore B.M. Sule, the Director General, Nigerian Army Resource Center, Major General Garba Wahab, among others, while promising that the military would do its best in maintaining and sustaining cordial relationship in the interest of the nation, urged the media to understand the nature of information management in reporting security issues so as not to jeopardize ongoing operations. The president of DECON, Comrade Ismail Musa of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, had earlier noted that the essence of the seminar was to train defense correspondents on the rudiments of their support to the military and how to go about their duties to realize the dream of ending insecurity in the country. In Abuja, Princess Ekwajide reporting.
From the foreign scenes, United States President Joe Biden has won the Democratic presidential primary in the state of Michigan, according to media projections. But early counts showed his face noticeable opposition over his support for Israel's war on Gaza. In Michigan, which is home to a large Arab American constituency, Democratic voters had been urged to mark their primary ballots as uncommitted, with 25% of the votes counted. Biden had 80% support, with uncommitted getting 14.5%, according to the Associated Press news agency. The latter amounts to 33,000 ballots so far, a number higher than the goal of 10,000 set by organizers of the protest vote. Michigan routinely offers an uncommitted option as a way of questioning whether a named candidate has the support of the party's base. Former U.S. President Donald Trump, meanwhile, won the Republican presidential primary in Michigan as a large margin, according to projections, further strengthening his grip on the party's White House nomination, as Nikki Haley, his last remaining rival, came in a distant second. And on sports, Nigeria's senior women's cricket team, the Female Yellow Greens, are hoping to reignite their campaign at the ongoing Nigeria Cricket Foundation Women's T20I Invitational Tournament when they face arch rivals Rwanda in their third game on the Tafawa Balewa Square Oval in Lagos. The familiar foes have won 2 each of the last 4 editions of the tournament, with Rwanda already in an early lead for this year's title after winning their first 2 games. They beat the best-ranked team at the tournament, Tanzania, by 33 runs on Sunday before showing superiority against Sierra Leone with a 10-wicket win yesterday. Leonard Nyaboro's ladies, however, face a tough test in extending their lead as they come up against Nigeria, who beat them by 9 runs in last year's final. Nigeria needs a win against the Rwandans to level up in terms of the number of wins heading into last round of the fixtures. The Female Yellow Greens won their first game convincingly against Sierra Leone by 54 runs, but lost their second game of the tournament to Tanzania by 49 runs. Before we go tonight, remember that you can follow news and programs on EBS TV from any part of the world by following links. Like us on our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. On YouTube, you can subscribe. We are ABS Television Oka. On X, formerly Twitter, we are ABS Radio TV. On Instagram, we are ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. Now the main points that made the news again tonight. Governor Soludo has called for stakeholders' active involvement in community development. Anambra State government has completed reconstruction work at Ugunwasike Road, Ogidi. Chief of Defense Staff General Musa has cautioned Nigerians against unwarranted utterances. And finally, from the foreign scene, we told you that United States President Biden has won Michigan primary as he faces backlash over Israel's war on Gaza. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total round maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values that's giving maximum support for the task ahead. And that's all on the news tonight. My name is Uche Chukwu Ibrahim. Thank you so much for staying with us. Good night.